What to do if your spouse's love language is all of those 5 love languages mentioned in a book by Gary Chapman? How to deal with it? That's a wonderful question, Mamta Jadhav. Most likely, if your spouse's love language is all of these 5, then you got to check about why does your spouse have all the 5 love languages. My question would be even deeper for you, Mamta. How do you feel in that relationship? Do you feel that you have to tiptoe around the person? Do you feel that you have to give too much and you're receiving less? Or do you also receive equally? See, if the person has all the 5 languages, it's not a problem. Then you fulfill any one of them, they're going to be happy with you. Rather, you have so many choices then in that case, right? You're going to be so happy that you can do anything and they're going to be happy with you. But if at all if because the person has all the 5 love languages and the person is never happy no matter how much you do or what you do for them, then it's a challenge. But otherwise, if the person has all the 5 languages, it's a boon because you can use any one of them and they're going to be happy. You don't have to be really worried about what you need to do for this person. Whatever you can do that. So my question to you is here, I know this is not the right platform, but I hope, Mamta, that you're happy in your relationship and you don't feel that you're doing too much tiptoeing or you're not pleasing that, going out of the way to please the person. And in the bargain, you probably are not receiving enough love and you just end up giving a lot of love. So God bless you, and I hope this helps. How to forget bad happening in life. Now, Shrishti, your question is something for the present tense. You're telling me that how to forget bad happening in life. So it's actually continuous present tense. That means something bad is happening in your life right now, right? That means it's kind of like it's a continuous tense. How can you forget that? Yes, at one point of time when that stops happening, maybe then you can stop thinking about it and forget about it. But if it's a continuous tense, then it's a constant trigger. Like somebody is pinching you constantly and it's hurting you constantly. How can you forget it? So it's not possible to forget for something that's happening right now. Yes, what you can do is, if something is bothering you a lot and something is kind of poking you a lot, you got to become the person who does not get affected by what's happening in your life. Now, we have a choice to walk away or to question what's happening. And that's the reason probably you keep taking the things that are happening in your life, right? So in that case, how can you start developing yourself in a way that you start coping up with what is happening? So how do you become the person who does not get affected by what is happening? So what you must do, you must ask yourself this question. How is Shrishti? How is that Shrishti look like, feels like, bees like, who does not get affected by what is happening? You know, most of the times when people cannot cope up with the trauma, what happens is people go into the negative cycles. In terms of they get into the stuff where it's a destructive cycle. And most often when you don't address the trauma, you continue to be in this cycle even if the trauma does not exist. So in your case, if you are going through this trauma, it still continues, right? So you have only few choices. Like the choice with you is to, if possible, disassociate from the trauma. If you cannot disassociate from the trauma, then seek a support group where the support can be helpful to you, where you can start talking about yourself, or you can start talking about what's happening with you, and you can deal with it in a more effective way. Third thing that you can do is you can build yourself stronger so that you don't get affected by the trauma or by the things that are happening in your life. So let me know if this helps you, Shrishti. But the first option would be always better, if it's possible, disassociate yourself from it.